Live with CDP Sports Talk, a weekly sports and entertainment podcast sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet. Live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And on audio via Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Radio Public, and TuneIn. Now, here's your host, Chris Palmer.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Season 6, Episode 40, overall 315th episode of Live with CDP Sports Talk, which is sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Auto Mall. Check out barrycullen.com for the newest selection of new and pre-owned GM vehicles, or give them a call at 519-824-0210. or email them at info@barrycullen.com. Live with CDP Sports Talk is on weeknights from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern on WQEE 99.1 FM in Metro Atlanta, the home of Southern Talk and Sports. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well on this Thursday, September 14th, 2023. September is almost half over, and it's just wow how fast time is going. But I'm looking forward to my guest today. It's her first appearance on my show. I met her through LinkedIn, and her name is Marilyn Palmer. She's the founder of Marilyn Palmer Marketing out of the Mississauga, Toronto area. And I'm going to bring our guest on 1 second. Good afternoon, Marilyn. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing good today, keeping myself busy with my radio show, my podcast show, my media work, and my content creation I do on TikTok and all these social media platforms.
Chris, thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. And I will say LinkedIn has been a really good experience for me since I've joined LinkedIn, and really supportive of my work. And I try to support other people's work as well. And I'm glad to have you on today to talk a little bit about your career from going from real estate for 23 plus years to the marketing industry as well.
Okay. So 23 years of real estate. And what I really loved about real estate, other than selling homes and having my clients really happy, was the actual marketing of the product. And I did all of that. So I've been on LinkedIn for years, Facebook since its inception, Instagram as well. And I created all of the brochures. I created all of the marketing pieces. I created all of the ads. And I kind of sort of created my own website with the help of a website builder. So all of that I loved to do. And I thought, you know what? I'm going back. I'm going back to the plow. I'm going back to marketing, and just marketing as only. So that's what I did in 2021. I had a life-changing experience, and I thought, you know what? I sat down. I went, what do you really want to do? And I'm more creative than sales. I did all right in sales, but I'm certainly more creative. And that's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
And that's what I love about my show, my radio show and podcast show, is the storytelling from my guests and learning something from my guests. And in my situation, I left the company after 23 and a half years, and I was working on my new career prior to that for the last 4 years. And for me, my last career, in a way, prepared me for this, but I wasn't learning in my other career. And this media stuff, I love it. I'm always learning new things. I've learned how to do TikTok. I've learned how to do YouTube videos, and just learning so much. And that's what I love about this. And I get to share my stories with my guests as well.
So what was your other job in your other life?
I was in corporate security, and to be honest, I always had an interest in broadcasting, but back in the 90s when I went to school, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and they didn't have this technology back then. So I do think my other career even at the end of it, I wasn't that happy with. I think it did prepare me for this because I had to deal with a lot of people from CEOs to people that worked in the food and beverage industry, customers, people from all walks of life, and that's what I'm doing with my radio and podcast show, Marilyn.
I took years ago, I took a cinematography course at college, not at Toronto Municipal or whatever it's called now, but just Humber. So, I don't know. Anyway, and I did year one and I did year two, and I had a blast. Okay. However, in year two, they put me in front of the camera, and I didn't want that. If I wanted that, I would have taken acting. So I never went back for year three. And I, because I'm stubborn, and I thought, okay, I really regret that because I absolutely loved the behind the scenes. Okay. I loved editing. To this day, I still love editing. And this wasn't video cameras. It was the big film camera. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
And it was just I absolutely, and when they say, well, I can't remember, I think it was 36 hours to shoot a 10-minute commercial or 5-minute commercial. They're right. And and I still think, and it may hold true to this day, that the most expensive thing shooting a film is the actual film. Because back then it was, and we had to pay for that film, and that was fine. As students, we had to pay for, that big can of film, but it was so expensive. But I had a blast. And, had I not been stubborn, okay, I would have probably not been in the film industry so much, but maybe TV or doing something else other than, real estate. But somebody said, go to real estate. They said, you'll have fun, they said. And I did, but it wasn't as fun as what I was learning at college. Yeah. So I'm green pea with envy that you're doing that. Okay, there.
Well, like I said, when I was younger, I did okay in school, but I didn't know really what I wanted to do. And obviously, they didn't have this technology. So everyone's like, take law and security, take law and security. And I did. And then I ended up getting a job in corporate security, and it paid decently. And there was a lot of positives to it. But at the end, I just feel this is my calling. This is what I have a passion for. I love connecting with people on LinkedIn and social media. And then now I'm doing live interviews. And by the way, I am a camera operator for the University of Guelph and Rogers TV. So I do the TV behind the scenes part of it, and then I do the radio side of it as well. And I love it.
Good to know.
So, and I love to
Only
talk about
because,
it.
when I get rich and famous, or famous, or rich, I could, call on you to do some of the videos.
Well, thank you so much. And I even got accepted to Cameo too. I applied to it 6 months ago, and I didn't think I'd have enough followers to get on, and they accepted me. So now, if somebody wants a video shout out from me or a business promo, I can do that too as well. So
Cool.
definitely. And one thing too I've learned, Marilyn, and I want to make this more about you than me, is nothing's been given to me in this new career. I've had to go out and work hard and get my opportunities and let people know who I am. And I've been lucky enough and fortunate enough to get opportunities.
Yeah. I follow 3 high-profile business coaches, and all 3 have said this. It is amazing how quickly we actually became number 1 in podcasts, or number 1 in speaking, or number 1 in blah. Okay. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And yet we worked 15 hard years to get where we are at. And the public persona, sometimes it's, oh man, it's so easy, I'm going to do what he did. Really? Talk to the person before you jump in. And I've never done that. Still to this day, I haven't done it. But had I done it, and actually asked somebody that was like years or steps ahead of me on my path, what they did, I wouldn't have taken some of the career paths that I did. So, it's always good to learn from the pros.
Marilyn, one thing I wanted to ask you this as well. It might not apply to you, but I ask a lot of my guests. Did you have any mentor or mentors when you first started out in the real estate industry? And why did you love the marketing aspect so much of it over the years?
I used to work for an advertising company. And because one of the account managers really wasn't doing well with account managing, I was thrown in. And back then, this is how long ago it is. Back then, they had artists draw the logos. Okay, we didn't have, Adobe. Okay, and they were in a little bull pit. We called it the bull pit or the bullpen or whatever. Okay, and it was a room, and it was basically closed door. And I would knock very softly, and I'd hear, "What?" I'd go, I just wanted to know if this was ready for this client. And they'd go, "Come in." And I come in and they'd say, give me give me 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and we'll have it all done. Okay. And I'd say, fine. And I started just talking to them. And I absolutely love creative people. I love people that can use Adobe because I can use Illustrator, but I haven't tried Photoshop yet. Yeah, let that get out. And look at me. I'm just so excited about it. Okay. And that's why I love copywriting. I love writing little stories. I just, that's what I love I love doing all of the pictures, talking to videographers, talking to photographers when I marketed the houses. I just loved it.
Just talking to you, Marilyn, I can tell how passionate you are, and that's what I feel like I have as well. And there's things I still need to learn. I need to learn how to do more editing and also marketing my show a little bit better. I'm the solo guy; I do everything, but there's some things that yeah, I might be needing your services in the future for like promoting my show more, marketing and stuff like that. But we talked before. I'm on YouTube Shorts and creating shorts, and I do stuff on TikTok, and I'm trying to get myself out there. But I'm gonna be honest, some nights I feel like I need to hire someone because it is a lot of work with social media.
Oh yeah, yeah. When I first started real estate, we had some of the sales gurus come up from the US of A and talk to us, and they said, social media, be on them all, every platform, then pick 3, then pick 1. And so I picked Mark Zuckerberg. LinkedIn, I don't think LinkedIn was on at that time. And so I picked him, and they don't owe me anything because I got my biggest sale from real estate on using a Facebook ad.
Awesome.
But I really love LinkedIn. LinkedIn, when I first started, if you and I wanted to connect, I actually had to know you. So networking, okay. And then honestly, it became the biggest dating site. So I just took off, and now I'm back, and I've been back for about 5 years, and I just find it can. I don't know about you, but those algorithms can just irritate the garbage out of me. But it's better, and it's getting better. So yeah.
Yeah, and LinkedIn, I've made some new friends, connections, and it's been a really positive experience. By the way, Marilyn, ironically, my last guest I had on my show, which was on Monday, I do a Argonaut podcast too. I do 3 shows, so I keep myself busy. But my show on Monday, I had my first real estate person on, Alexia Daly, Remax in the Beery area, and she was a great guest too. And she came on and talked for 45 minutes, and she gave me an opportunity because I said, "Listen, I know my show says sports talk, but I'm trying to branch out with my show, and I try to make my guest diverse, my episodes great." And she gave me an opportunity as well. And I met her through TikTok, one of her TikTok ads.
So are you going to tell me what the opportunity is or no?
I was just saying I wouldn't have met her if I didn't
Oh,
do
I
it on
see what you're
TikTok.
saying.
Same with you on LinkedIn, but I just one of her ads caught my attention, and I reached out to her about my radio show and my podcast, and she was happy to come on and talk a little real estate and share some of her stories as well.
I am in the middle of doing a project with another person who blows my mind how creative he is. And we've decided to do a show that will probably be aired at 11 o'clock at night because it's not for children. And it's just going to be a fun show because, and he said, "How do you want to do this?" And I said, "I just want to make it fun. Like, no, we're not playing games or anything. We're just talking like you and I are talking,
Yes.
but funny. Okay. Because in this world right now, it's just horrible as far as I'm concerned. You know, you've got the Ukraine and like Maui and Greece and, you
It's a
know, the
lot of
forest fires in Canada. And you get all this stuff and it's like, oh, you're just, you know, you have to be told that, but I just want to make it fun. He does a hell of a job on intros and exits. I'm doing some Canva creations for that. The reason I'm telling you this is because once we're up and live, I want to introduce you to him. Now
okay.
he's out of Calgary.
Okay.
Okay? Um, his name is Aaron Gibson. If you want to look him up on LinkedIn,
I will do that after we're done today.
he happens to be the host of a Soul Man Live. No,
Okay.
sorry, Soul Man Live, not a Soul Man Live. If you just get on to see what his intros are like, I said, he said, "You're going to make me do this for free, aren't you?" And I said, "Well, we're working on it together. So, I mean, I'm doing the editing. You can do something." But yeah, so this getting on with, you know, you met this person. Well, then I met this person, and then you're 6 degrees separation, you know, and you're poking at people, and you're like, "Oh, there, I know this guy, and because of this guy," and it's just that's the amazing thing about, I find, LinkedIn. I really do.
Absolutely. And I was going to say in media, I've had some opportunities because this person knew me. They talked to another person who contacted me. So connections in whatever career you're in is huge.
And I would love, this is my dream. I would love to be on the media side more than the, storytelling I like. So I would prefer to be on the media side more than, I don't know, branding side, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you? I mean, I do both, but as you said, I think you said something about, are you like, sometimes you just feel like you're not doing enough.
I have my days like that, but then you know what? I get my motivation and I'm like, no, I'm not giving up on this. This is a dream and goal. And you know what? I've made a lot of progress in 3.5 years. Sometimes I have to write down stuff. I'm like, wow, I've done this and that in 3.5 years and I'm making progress. And when you start a new career, I know this sounds corny, but it does take time. And I'm doing this the hard way. I did have a college degree in law and security, but I'm doing the media stuff without the broadcasting degrees. And I'm doing it the hard way, the old school way, self-taught way. But so many people in the industry of the media industry have been supportive of me. And they've told me, Chris, what you're learning now is what we teach you in school. So just to
There you
keep at it.
go.
Yes. So never give up your mindset. I'm having a show on mindset as well at some point too, because it's so powerful.
I'll be there if you want me there. I don't know whether you want me live or you want me on just on the panel or what. I'm there because
Okay.
mindset is just amazing.
It's huge. It's
I
absolutely huge.
received a direct message from somebody 3 weeks ago when I was having a pity party.
I've had those. I've had my share.
And she said this: I love your videos. I still have it. I'm just paraphrasing. I love your videos. You rock. You're doing very well. Keep it up. And I think some of the cool kids live in California, and that came from California. I just went, whoa. Because sometimes you never know. You know, and I'm getting pointed. I don't want to do this anymore. I'll go, walk dogs. But you're right. The mindset, you have to keep on going. And I've seen your posts, and when you've said, I'm going to prove them wrong. And
that's
you go, Chris.
Thank you so much for your support. And you know what? I don't expect to get a pat on my back all the time, but when you hear somebody tell you you're doing a great job, or you keep up, I like your work, or people recognize me from TikTok and some of my social media sites, it's just such a nice feeling. I'm not doing this because I want to be a celebrity by any means. This is a passion of mine, and I just want to prove to people you can switch careers no matter what age you are in life. Age is just a number.
One of the business coaches that I follow, her father started his third business at the age of 72.
Wow. So 51's not that old. It's not really.
It ain't that old. It's not that old. And, ageism is out there. And I don't care what anybody says, it's out there. Okay.
Yes,
and they're going to go, no, it's not. No, yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay. And so that's one of our, hurdles. But what we're doing is we're taking that hurdle and we're making it an opportunity. Right?
Absolutely. And like I said, nothing has been handed to me, and I have no problem working for my opportunities, and I never say no to an opportunity as well, Marilyn. And I just like hearing people's stories, such as yourselves as well, because that keeps me motivated going forward.
I won an award on LinkedIn, and it was for the top 50 inspirational people.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Me and 49 others. But I thought, wow, because I like they said, we have to have a video from you. Oh God. So here I am on Zoom, and I'm like, okay. And my first comment was, I don't think I inspire anybody.
I said that too, and lately I've been getting people sending me messages, and I'm like, I'm inspiring you, and they're like, yes, and I'm like, who would have thought a couple years ago I would be doing that? It's a nice feeling when people say that you're inspiring them, and it keeps me wanting to improve and keep getting better at this.
Well, I'm going to be right along the ride with you. Okay. Well, so I will be watching you.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
And I will be, and that because I keep on commenting, but yes.
I appreciate that. No,
Can I ask you a question? May I
ask
you a question?
Yeah, and I'll do my best to answer
it. I need to know this.
Okay.
Because I'm with the core right now on LinkedIn core. Okay, Canva, thank you very much. I have noticed, because it says you showed up in, I don't know, 200 searches or some silly thing like that. So I go look, and I see the NFL. Is that you?
Yes, I applied for NFL Media Pass a couple of months ago. They wanted my information, my radio station's name, and all that, and they approved of it. So I'm now a part of the NFL Communications, and thank you. It's baby steps, and then I still have to apply to each NFL team for a media pass. A couple times I've already been turned down, but they explained to me why. And so I've got my foot in the door. It's now a matter of just opening up the door wider. So, yeah, and I any opportunities I get, I do put on LinkedIn.
Okay, but you were looking at my profile that said NFL?
No, on my profile, I have NFL
Okay, because
on
the
my profile.
NFL looked at me and I'm like,
Really? Okay. I guess it's because you're
okay,
connect. I guess because you're connected to me. I
I
guess.
don't know.
I guess
NFL, Buffalo, somebody's. They're like,
I
they're
know
not
there's.
like the NFL. They're like
I know I do media work for the
just
Buff.
underneath the NFL in football.
I know for Buffalo sports teams, I do media work for the Buffalo Bisons, which is the Blue
That's
Jays.
it.
The Buffalo Bisons, the Blue Jays farm team, the Buffalo Bandits. They've been really great with me. They give me media passes, and I get to talk to coaches and players, and go down on the arena or the field, and getting on hands. What's it? On hands training right there.
Wow. Wow. Do you ever get, okay, I have to ask this. And
Go ahead. Feel free. Feel
I,
free.
I know, but still. So do you ever like get like you're down there and you're trying to interview somebody and somebody like from the big station steps in front of you?
So far, I have not had that problem, and some of them have actually been really good with me so far. And I'm, like I said, I'm a freelance independent media guy. But when I do see some of the ones from the big stations, I have an ability to talk to them. And I just had one on from WGRZ and Channel 2 in Buffalo on my show 2 weeks ago, Kelly Dudzik. I've had her on 4 times, and she's been really great as well. So I just have this ability to talk to anybody, and like I said, I just try to be myself. I don't try to be somebody I'm
Yes.
not. The way you're talking to me now is the way I am in real life. What you see is what you get.
I'm the same way. You know what? I'm the same way. I cannot relate to people, and you can see sometimes that I'm going to say the word incongruent, okay? That they have this facade on, and you see it all the time in news stations where it's like, and they obviously smile, and as the camera's like shutting off or whatever it's
Yeah,
doing, you can see the smile
yeah.
just. But yeah, I can. You know what? You just that's why when I do YouTube videos, I've been told I'm a one take wonder, but I just try to do it in one take. And if
That's
I
yeah,
slough off or if I screw up, oh well, it's on camera,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I do my best, and if I do make a little bit of a mistake, well, you know what? That way, in the future, I can see what I did good, what could have done better, and that's the only way. I talk too much, but I was gonna say it shows you how you can how you've improved. Like I'm sure if you looked at my podcast shows from 3.5 years ago during the pandemic to now, I think you and a lot of people would say, "Hey, Chris has improved a lot," because a lot of my conversations when I first started, I had everything scripted, written down. And Eric Smith from the Toronto Raptors came on my show, and he said, "Chris, you can write down notes and points and stuff, but talk to your guests like you're at a donut shop or a sporting event. Natural conversation makes for better podcasts, better radio." And I took his advice, and I thanked him even at 2 years later.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I send out scripts sometimes when I interview people. When I did that for a woman's story and a senior's moment, but they're loosey goosey ones. And I'd say this is just in point form because I don't want it to go off the rails, but this is in point form, and and it's kind of okay, Marilyn. And they said, because I would spend at least 5 minutes prior to doing the video talking to them, just to get them out of the nervousness and just to say this is it's, and they said you're amazing at doing interviews. Who knew?
And when I first started this, I was a little bit nervous too when I was doing it on Instagram Live. And then the more you do something, you get more comfortable. I'm not saying complacent, but you just get more and more comfortable. And
Yeah.
I want my guests, all my guests, including you, to feel comfortable with me, to build a rapport with me, and to trust me. And then if they want to come back on my show again, and I've had a lot of guests that have come back 2, 3, 4, 5 times on my show. So that's my ultimate goal as well.
I'll come back. Not that you asked me, but I'll come back.
Okay. Are you okay, Marilyn, for a couple more questions, and then we'll get into
Sure.
your little video clip? I wanted to ask you this question as well. What were some of the challenges of starting up your own business? Obviously, Marilyn Palmer Marketing, which is out of what, the Toronto, Mississauga area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in real estate, we own our own business.
I did
Okay.
not know that. Okay.
Yeah. We're independent contractors. We will be under the umbrella of, say, Royal LePage or Remax or Right at Home, because we have to have our license held by a broker. But we still are running our own business. We pay for everything, signage, everything. We do our own copywriting if we have to, which I do. And prior to that, I own my own wine making store.
Awesome. Awesome.
So some of the problems or challenges is the negative talk that you can have as a business owner, and you've done it and I've done it. And I was
Yes.
still, I mean, it's just a work in progress. I'm not doing enough. I'm not well liked enough. What am I doing wrong? What am I like, what's standing in my way? Which is a good question actually to ask yourself. Am I in my own way? And then take a deep dive into that, which I did. Okay. Getting your name out there, getting somebody to trust you. Well, trust is earned. Okay. So don't do a sales pitch because they don't want to know about it. What's in it for me? That's what the consumer is looking at. And consumer, client, what's in it for me? Okay. What makes you any different than anybody else? Okay. Which is a hell of a question to ask somebody. It's a good question, but so that's basically, the biggest challenge that I've had is how many people know of me. When I left real estate, I had a lot of people on a mailing list. I didn't buy them. I asked them if they wanted to be on and I lost a few because they wanted real estate. But there's still a lot that are still sitting there going, Marilyn, whatever you do, you're going to do well. So, are they going to use me for marketing? Some of them aren't even, some of them are retired. Okay. But they know I'm out there. And you just get up, put your big girl pants on, okay, and get going. And as we both said, somebody from, where the cool kids live suddenly said, keep up the marketing on the videos. Just keep it up. And then somebody else says to you, I use you, this is where the trust is coming in. I use your videos on Marilyn's Marketing Minute to grab what's coming on social media. I use you as what's hot, what's not. Okay, flip that. What's hot, what's not is the social media that's coming out. And Marilyn's Marketing Minute, you really gave me something to consider when you talk about, personal branding, or when I talk about the YouTube. Okay. And how successful YouTube shorts are. Well, that was on Marilyn's What's Hot, What's Not. But you give out certain snippets and tips and tricks and everything. So you become somebody that they actually look at. And there comes the trust. And people are, I didn't know that existed. I'm going to try that, Marilyn. Okay. Well, you know where you got it from. You just keep on plugging. And every challenge is an opportunity.
Well said, Marilyn. And that's what I'm trying to do as well. And that's why this is why I keep doing this. This is my 331st episode I've done. Plus, I got 2 other shows on top of it. And yeah, and and like you said, for me, one chapter of my life is over and a new chapter is just beginning. And that's how I look at life, is like a book.
Yeah, exactly. And every day is a blank page.
Absolutely, it's a fresh start for me, and I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. And chatting with you and stuff like that. Marilyn, since I have you on here for a few more minutes, is it okay if we just play that little video clip,
Go ahead.
YouTube Shorts? Because I think it's good advice for anyone in any career, especially the media industry as well. And this is courtesy of your YouTube channel, which I've already subscribed to.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, it's the what's hot, what's not.
Yeah. Just a second. I'm just trying to get audio
It's
here.
Marilyn, and
Got
welcome to Marilyn's What's Hot, What's Not episode. Today we're going to be talking about YouTube. I was going to talk, why am I talking so much? I was going to talk about Instagram, but no, I'm talking about YouTube because it's exciting. So here it is, what's hot. If you are looking to make your brand bigger and get on YouTube Shorts. Who's wearing short shorts? I'm wearing short shorts. Never mind, I digress. It is the fastest growing content type on YouTube, and it's driving over, get this, 50 billion views a day. Oh, yes, it is. Now, there's certain things that shorts are not going to take on. For example, thumbnails, you can do that on a video through YouTube, but not on shorts. Extending shorts length, they're considering it, but maybe not. And where the future of shorts are, in YouTube anyway, they're probably going to integrate AI elements. We don't know what that all means yet, but they're looking at it. And they're also looking at the overview of the current status of shorts and how to best approach shorts engagement, which could help you guide your efforts to make the most of the option. So, want brand awareness? Let's get onto YouTube. Let's get onto YouTube Shorts. What's not hot is I don't know if anybody can hear the drilling while this is being recorded. So I apologize because they're drilling next door for a new edition. And I didn't want to leave it for a week because I think this is exciting news about YouTube. Okay, bye. Have a great weekend, everybody. And thanks for listening and watching to Marilyn's What's Hot, What's Not. Bye-bye now.
And that was courtesy of your YouTube channel. And for my audience, where can they subscribe to your YouTube channel?
Isn't it Marilyn Palmer Marketing? Oh God,
yes.
Yeah, it's Marilyn Palmer.
I just wanted to plug it on here as well. So I thought it was a good video, and this is what I'm learning to do now with shorts as well. I notice with shorts sometimes they can do very well, or sometimes they can do very poorly. It just depends, I guess.
Oh geez, and you have to do it by the phone, so that's like just nuts with me. Sorry. I'm going to have to cut this short because I have somebody coming in the house right now and they're going to interrupt you. So,
okay. That's fine. No problem, Marilyn. I definitely would love to have you back on again. But do you have any advice for anybody that's looking to switch careers? And where
just do it.
Just do it. And where can my audience find you on social media and stuff like that?
I'm on LinkedIn under Marilyn Palmer. MP. Okay. I'm on Instagram under Marilyn Colleen Palmer, and I'm on Facebook as well under Marilyn Colleen Palmer because there's so many Marilyn Palmers out there. And then my YouTube video. And I gotta go because it's about right now the front door's gonna open.
All right. Well, Marilyn, I want to say thank you for coming on season 6, episode 40 of Live with CDP Sports Talk. Love to have you back as a guest. Thank you so much, and we'll be in touch soon, okay?
Thank you so much, Chris. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, Marilyn. Bye, Marilyn. Yeah, bye. All right, guys, that is Marilyn Palmer from Marilyn Palmer Marketing today, and I appreciate her coming on. You can check out her on LinkedIn and also on Instagram, and her website is marilynpalmer.com. And Marilyn, by the way, is involved with content writing, video production, social media, email blasts, graphic designs for startup and small businesses. She's acted as a marketing consultant through marketing research for small business owners, and she continues updates on websites and YouTube channels. So if you're into media, podcasting, or you got a small or medium sized business you're starting up, check out marilynpalmer.com as well. Guys, I have some other news today. This is only my first episode. I have another show tonight. The next live with CDP Sports Talk, sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet here in Guelph. Season 6, episode 41, tonight, Thursday, September 14th, 6 p.m. Eastern, not far from now. Lee Cunningham, the radio play-by-play voice of the Sarnia Sting OHL team on CHOK 103.9 FM in Sarnia. So Lee's going to talk about his career as a broadcaster in the OHL going back to 1998 with London, Windsor, North Bay, Saginaw, and now his hometown Sarnia Sting since 2016. And Lee recently just hit 1,500 broadcasts in his great broadcasting career in the OHL. And Lee's going to talk about last year's Sarnia Sting team that had 91 points last year and managed to get to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in their 29-year history. The Sarnia Sting, they defeated Guelph in the first round. They swept Saginaw in the second round, and they took the London Knights, the defending Western Conference champions, to 6 games. So Lee's going to talk about last year's exciting season in Sarnia and also their 30th year of Sting hockey in Sarnia since they moved to Sarnia in 1994 from Newmarket, which they were originally the Cornwall Royals. And Lee's going to talk about what some of the events they got planned for the 30th anniversary and what the expectations are for this 23-24 Sarnia Sting team. So I hope you guys can tune in tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern with Lee Cunningham, and look forward to that as well. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this show soon. As always, live with Sports. Let's just one sec. Sorry, guys. Live with CDP Sports Talk is a weekly sports and entertainment talk show hosted by yours truly, Chris Palmer. Is on weeknights from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern on WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, the home of Southern sports and talk, the heartbeat of Atlanta. Our radio station's website is wqeefm.radio12345.com as well. And a shout out to the station manager, Ryan O'Neill, who took a chance on me on his station 7 months ago as well. Live with CDP Sports Talk is live streamed on these platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter /X, they call it, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And I want to say thank you to everyone for watching this show today with Marilyn Palmer on live streamed as well. Also, guys, I have my own website. It's on beacons.ai/Chris D. Palmer. Check it out. All my previous episodes and all my digital content is on there, as well as my social media sites as well. Also, guys, just one second. I'm just looking for something. Okay, live with CDP Sports Talk is sponsored by Cullen here in Guelph at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Auto Mall. Check out barrycullen.com for the newest selection of new and pre-owned GM vehicles, or give them a call at 519-824-0210, or email them at info@barrycullen.com as well. I was also looking at something, but I don't know where I must have misplaced it, so I'm not going to worry about that. If you guys right now are looking for a new vehicle, check out the 2023 Colorado pickup trucks at Barry Cullen Chevrolet, or check out the 2023 Trailblazers, which I have, or the 2023 Blazers as well. Again, thank you to Mark Cullen from Barry Cullen Chevrolet for sponsoring Live with CDP Sports Talk for over the past year now as well. Also, guys, everybody, you can follow me here on TikTok at Live with CDP. I post a lot of content there as well on TikTok, and it's been a great tool. StreamYard is the official live stream provider of Live with CDP Sports Talk. If you're into webinars or podcasting, check out StreamYard.com. Live with CDP Sports Talk, the audio version is available on these platforms: iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Spotify for podcasters, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Spotify, Castbox, LinkedIn, Pandora, and Tuned In. And again, weeknights at 8 o'clock on radio station WQEE 99.1 FM as well in Metro Atlanta. Also, guys, I always looking for feedback. You can email me or text live with CDP Sports Talk at cpalme19@gmail.com, or you can text the show at 519-820-7188. Any comments, question, suggestions, that would be greatly appreciated as well. And that's about it. That wraps up season 6, episode 40 today. Again, with my guest Marilyn Palmer from Marilyn Palmer Marketing in the Toronto area. And please check out our website, marilynpalmer.com as well. I want to say thank you, everybody, for watching this live streamed on our audio platforms and again on WQEE 99.1 FM. And also, before I wrap this show up, guys, tonight we got Thursday night football. Minnesota Vikings, Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds at 8:15 kickoff tonight on Amazon Prime or here in Canada on TSN. And I've got the Eagles winning this game 28-24 over the Vikings. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a better game. And DeAndre Swift, the former Detroit Lions running back, is now going to be starting for the Eagles tonight. Kenneth Gainwell is going to be out, but I look for the Eagles to play much better tonight at home and against a good Vikings team who has a very good quarterback in Kirk Cousins. So looking forward to that game at 8:15 tonight, again on Amazon Prime and TSN. Go Eagles, go Birds. And the Toronto Argonauts take on the Montreal Alouettes Friday night at 7 o'clock at McGill University Stadium in Montreal. If you can't get down to the game there, you can watch it on TSN or TSN 1050 with Mike Hogan and Ben Grant. And speaking of the Toronto Argonauts, who are 10-1 and they are the defending Grey Cup champs, check out the weekly show called the Argo Bounce live audio show with myself and my co-host Nick Small as we talk Argonauts football, and we have interviews with players and people involved with the Toronto Argonauts organization and around the Canadian Football League. That wraps up season 6, episode 40 today with Marilyn Palmer. Again, thank you to Marilyn for coming on. And thank you, everybody, for watching and listening to Live with CDP Sports Talk, brought to you by Barry Cullen Chevrolet here in Guelph. And we'll see you guys tonight for season 6, episode 41 in a few hours at 6 p.m. Eastern with Lee Cunningham, the voice of the OHL's Sarnia Sting. Have a good afternoon, everybody, and we'll see you in a few hours.